does gender mean to you?
I think it's an expression of yourself, and I think it's something that everyone should be able to express freely, without any criticism.
I think it's hard because, like, I'm not sure what it, like, means for someone to have their gender, as in, like, I see it different from, like, your biological gender, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then I think most of gender comes from gender norms, and I think that's a bit bullshit, but
Why?
I don't understand why there are, like, certain stereotypes for genders, because I can kind of, like, understand when you look at history how certain things have become, like, habits, and, like, but now I'm a bit like, we don't really need to live by those stereotypes anymore, so.
How does one go about expressing their gender then?
I think it comes in a variety of ways, whether it's pronouns, the way you dress. It doesn't necessarily have to be expressed at all. It can just be how you feel within and how you feel at a certain time. But yeah, I think it comes in a variety of ways. It can be clothing, it can be hairstyles, it can simply come down to pronouns.
I was literally going to say the exact same thing.
How many genders are there, would you say?
More than two. I'm not sure, like, I'm quite easy with that. I don't really care, like, if someone's like, I identify as this, I'm like, cool.
How many can you name?
That's really bad. I mean, it's like, I never really know if I need to use, like, the term, like, female as well or not, because that, I know some people are a bit like, oh, but woman, man, non-binary, and then I know there's, like, a lot in between as well, but I wouldn't be able to name it.
How would you define non-binary?
I suppose a lack of a defined male or female gender.
Yeah, I think sometimes it can be not kind of identifying as either or identifying as both, and having, like, a mixture of feminine and masculine energy, and just I think it's such a personal thing, and it's just such a big scale.
How would you define transgender?
I guess transgender is going from your gender you're assigned at birth to the gender that you feel you are or have grown into over time.
Just I think it's not feeling like you are the gender that you were assigned at birth, and it's that kind of journey into being the person you want to be, really.
How would you define woman?
Identifying as female?
I mean, there are so many ways to define a woman,
Yeah.
but then it's different for every woman as well. So I would say woman has no strict definition. Feminine energy, sometimes.
Yeah.
How would you define what non-binary means?
In my eyes, it's that they don't identify with either, like, man or woman. But again, I think that's just also a bit, like, not necessarily feeling like the stereotype that comes with that, but that's maybe just how I see it.
How would you define what trans means?
Not feeling like a certain gender, rather feeling like the opposite or, like, something in between, so outside the, yeah.
How would you define what a woman is?
If you identify as a woman, then I don't, yeah. Someone comes up to me and they're like, I identify as a woman, I'm like, okay, cool.
Do you think we need more LGBTQ plus education in school?
Absolutely. I think so, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. I think the earlier people realise that they don't necessarily have to conform to the gender that they were labelled as when they were born, or, you know, to even just understand how other people may feel about their sexuality, or just knowing that sexuality is extremely fluid. It's extremely rare for someone to be just, you know, completely straight, or, you know, I just think it's such a fluid thing that the more people know about it and understand it from a young age, it just makes life easier for everyone, doesn't it?
Have you got what it takes to be a reasoned presenter? Well, send us a short clip of yourself to join@reasoned.uk and we might be seeing you on this very channel very soon indeed.